Welcome back to LimQ Plus, everyone. On this channel, I'm 100%ing Breath of the Wild by a bit every day until Tears of the Kingdom comes out, which is today in 107 days. And today I wanted to talk, speaking of Tears of the Kingdom, a little bit about my plans when it comes to the game, what I'm going to be doing. People ask me sometimes when I stream what I'm going to be doing first in Tears of the Kingdom, what the first speedrun is that I'm going to try. And that is going to be today's topic. Obviously, as usual, I'm going to be going around through the 100% route and collect Korok seeds that I haven't obtained yet. We are at 52.77% completion. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do when Tears of the Kingdom comes out, and I already talked about this in a previous video, is that I'm probably going to be getting the game in the Japanese eShop or the Australian eShop, which I think you can get it slightly earlier there, and start playing the game casually on release. I'm probably going to be streaming the game for 12 to 16 hours a day. I know a lot of you guys are going to want to play the game blind and are not going to watch streams when the game comes out. Obviously, if you want to play along on your own and watch someone, feel free to swing by my Twitch when the game comes out. But I absolutely understand a lot of you are going to completely log out of the internet to avoid any sort of spoilers. And if that's the case, I see you later, because as soon as I'm done with my casual playthrough, which it's not going to be the most thorough casual playthrough, I'm probably going to do like a pretty thorough casual playthrough, but not necessarily 100%. I want to start looking at the any percent speedrun. And the reason I'm especially interested in looking into any percent at the start is because I think that's usually where the most action is at the start of any new game's life cycle. Most people are going to want to try to beat the game as fast as possible. And that's what I'm personally interested in. I think it's very rare to be around for a big game. I guess it's more popular these days because speedrunning has grown so much. But I haven't been able to. I wasn't able to be around a lot for a new game's release. When it comes to speedrunning. Usually I would join communities a little bit later when speedrunning strats have already been developed, but when, for example, for Odyssey, I was around at the beginning of, and Elden Ring as well, of a speed game's life cycle, I think it's super exciting. A ton of people tend to discuss the most valuable strategies, and I think that's usually a really fun time, and I don't want to be missing out that for Tears of the Kingdom, so I'm going to be looking into any percent basically just after my first initial casual playthrough. Once, and this is just again my plans, that could obviously change depending on what the game is like. Maybe the casual playing is much more fun than speedrunning, and I'm going to be doing a longer casual playthrough. But this is what I'm planning on for now. As I'm doing these this any percent dive in, I'm probably going to be uploading commentated any percent speedruns where I explain what the strategies are like right now. Short tutorials here on the LimQ Plus channel and short news videos where I explain this is the new strat that was found, this is how it works, this is what it does. So that's probably going to be here on this channel. And my main channel is going to have the fully commentated speedruns. Now, once I got my initial fill of any percent, maybe got a pretty solid time, and the strategies seem to be slowing down a little bit, the next speedrun I definitely want to look into is going to be 100%. 100% in this game is obviously a very, very long run. Multiple hours, even the record is 15 hours long. And that's only after we found a bunch of stuff. The initial 100% speedruns for Breath of the Wild were more like 30 hours long. So that's not necessarily a super healthy run to be doing a ton of times. Probably one of the easiest and fastest way to get burnt out, potentially, of Tears of the Kingdom. So we'll see how the 100% speedrun is. In general, I like the idea of long completionist speedruns, but only if they're actually fun to complete. So I want to check it out maybe. If it's like an 8-hour run, that's something that I'm going to be spamming. And as I'm doing these 100% speedruns, I want to start probably once a week coming up with some sort of challenge run. Obviously, once Tears of the Kingdom comes out, there's going to be a ton of opportunities to be doing challenge runs again. In this game here, most of them have been completed. There's still probably some that you can still think of for Breath of the Wild. But at the end of the day, they would be relatively similar to things that have previously been done before. So I think challenge runs are going to be really cool, really fresh when Tears of the Kingdom eventually comes out, no matter how they would look like, maybe beating Breath of the Wild with only flamethrowers. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom, obviously. So that's definitely something I want to look into. Now, one specific plan I have for Tears of the Kingdom that I recently came up with when I was doing a Breath of the Wild outfit competition. having people compete for the coolest, most unique outfit, is I want to host a Tears of the Kingdom combat montage contest, where I'm essentially gonna have people make combat montages, send them to me, and then we're gonna have a big stream where we watch all of them, rate them together with some sort of judges, and actually give out real prizes. I'm gonna start saving up for that, and maybe look into getting it sponsored to some extent so that I can maybe offer an actual prize pool, like let's say like $1,000 or something would be something I would look forward to potentially be able to organize, so that the winner can end up with like $500 or something for making the coolest combat montage. Not only, I think, is this a cool opportunity to show the world some of the talent of the combat players for these games, but obviously people are going to want to see cool stuff for Tears of the Kingdom anyway, so I think everyone would be winning with that sort of idea. These are basically the ideas that I have lined up so far, but I was also really curious when I was thinking about talking about this topic, what you guys have planned for Tears of the Kingdom. I hear that a bunch of people have already maybe taken days of work, have already completely planned out the way they're gonna be, yeah, potentially logging off the internet to not get spoiled, or potentially already figured out who they're gonna be watching when playing the game. I am curious for your ideas when it comes to the release date. Now, what day is it today? January 24th. We're getting closer and closer to February, so I think we can start formulating these plans a little bit better within like the next month or so, as we get closer to the end of February, and probably have been getting a Nintendo Direct by then. So these plans will formulate more and more in these upcoming days. I did want to use this time real quick also to talk about what I'm doing on my live stream. Just after this video goes up, I'm going to be continuing it. Currently checking out the All Quests speedrun, which is actually proving to be very fun. It seems, the reason I think it's so fun is because it's pretty much a very perfect contrast to what I'm doing right now. Since right now I'm obviously doing so many Korok seeds, in the All Quests speedrun, you do basically everything in the game other than Korok seeds. So it kind of acts as like a perfect contrast. You do mainly just very quick movements from shrine to shrine and collect some items on the go, and I've been having a good time with this run so far. I want to try and improve doing it. It's a pretty long run on the highest level, which hasn't even been completed yet. It would be possible to do this run under 8 hours, but definitely requires a little bit more practice. Now, we did make it to the shrine and to 53%. I almost need to slow down when I record these episodes, because getting 1% each day would mean that I'm done with this playthrough in like 50 days, but I still have 107 days of content to fill. At one point, I can also just simply do some of these shrines, maybe get some more hearts or stamina in there, but yeah, 53.76%. Talked a little bit about my plans for Tears of the Kingdom today. Let me know yours as well. But that's it for today. Gonna be going live on my Twitch in a bit, so thank you for watching again. 106 days to Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and thank you for watching.